We love our guns in America, and so do Ready or Not players. So after getting home from the range the other day and seeing this comment right here, I decided to explore the many gun mods for Ready or Not. There's just one problem though. Most of them are broken from recent updates. So I went into the trenches and cherry-picked these 10 gun mods just for you that are still working. That way, you don't end up with a QBZ that has no ammo or no way to load it, or invisible guns, although that could be a mod in and of itself. Anyways, let's go ahead and just jump right into this. Starting off at number 1, we've got the Spaz 12, whatever, otherwise known as the Sweet Shotgun from Jurassic Park. So this thing's pretty sweet. If you ever played like 007 Nightfire back in the day or any early 2000s shooter, you're probably pretty aware of this shotgun. And it's pretty sweet because not only can you have the stock down and you're able to use the iron sights, you can actually have the stock up, just like in those older games. And it is a blast. Oh god, that's a terrible pun, but it is. It's a blast to shoot this thing. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little too carried away with it. In real life and in this game, I'm not really into shotguns that much, so this gave me a reason to get into them. Again, I got way too carried away with it. Now let's move on to something else I never thought I would like that I absolutely fell in love with, and it is the Honey Badger. Now, for some reason, there's a bunch of weird invisible attachments. I think I might have fixed that later with one of the other dependencies, more on that later, but don't let that scare you off. This gun works as advertised, and oh boy does it work. I went a little too trigger happy with it, just like I did the last one, and I was able to find an attachment arrangement that I was happy with. So yeah, I love this thing. I don't know, it's weird, it's interesting, it's futuristic looking, it's sexy. Now these next 2 weapon mods are absolutely incredible. Both are super detailed, rich with content, and sure to grab your attention. Just like my review of the For You gas station mission, where I compared a real-life Dallas SWAT raid on a convenience store to save the manager and then attempt their tactics in Ready or Not. Not only that, but I do a review and I kind of look at the lore a little bit, not so much as other guys, but I think this video is a good time and I haven't really seen anyone else do anything like this. So make sure to check that out. But before you do, check this out. We've got this great all-purpose rifle, and that is, and forgive me on these pronunciations, the Noveske, I think that's how you say it, Noveske X Irregular Defense Chainsaw. You had me at chainsaw. Once I saw chainsaw, I was sold. But what really sold me on this initially was this wrap suppressor. I thought it just looked really cool. So I went on ahead and I downloaded it. And oh man, I see myself using this pretty much for my serious playthrough. And you'll probably see it in my Ready or Not level review series because it is simply a blast. Again, no pun intended, to use. It is really fun to use this. It feels like it shipped with the game. It's so good. There's a million customization options as well, which is a separate mod. Again, more on that later. Because now let's get into this next mod, and that is, man, this is a mouthful, the KAC SR25 ACC M110K3. Good lord. Yeah, good lord. This thing is by the same mod author, which is Have Donut. And the cool thing is you know how I said that last mod had a bunch of attachments? Well, this mod has those same attachments because they both are dependent on an attachment library mod that is separate from these 2 weapon mods. So you install it separately. And don't worry, I'll make sure to leave a link for that in the description, even if I'm not showing the actual attachment library page. But there are just so many freaking attachments you can put on your weapons, and man, Void should hire this guy because this dude's mods are absolutely incredible. So the KAC SR25 ACC, whatever, the M110K3, it's for when you really need to stop the thing you're shooting at. I mean, this thing goes boom. Just listen to this.
Do it now!
And really, anything from Have Donut is going to be super high quality. He's an extremely talented mod author who is meticulous with his approach to detail. And I'm assuming you're a guy. If you're not a guy, I'm sorry. But you know, I just figured this kind of, never mind. I mean, just look at the amount of attachments. Look at this list. It is more than all of the attachments in the game. In fact, this video would be double the size if I included every single weapon mod from Have Donut. And who knows, maybe I'll do that someday because he or she recently updated all of these weapon mods, so they are currently working. And at this time, these are the highest quality weapon mods you can get for Ready or Not, anything from this mod author. Now, I still have some cool stuff, and that's why this whole mod list isn't just from this mod author, but I am saying really looking to Have Donut stuff. It's absolutely incredible. Let's move on to this next mod. If you're wanting like a tactical AK style platform, you're going to want to check out the RK95. This thing is fully customizable, fully beautiful, and I just absolutely love the sounds of this rifle. It does have dependencies. Well, all of these mods, all the weapon mods do have dependencies. But what I mean by that is it requires a separate attachment library than the previous mod author. That one's called attachment library. One this requires is called attachment expansion. Again, all the links for that will be in the description if you're too lazy to read the mod page requirements. But anyways, check this out. The Sako RK95 TP. It's sexy. It's beautiful. It's awesome. Check it out. Moving on to kind of a simple one, but one that I thought was pretty interesting. It's a black Taser 7. So sometimes we need people to know we mean business. And that means taking the yellow off of your Taser and making it black and look like a real gun. Now, I have seen an all black Taser 7 in real life before. I don't know how common it is for officers to carry them or what the deal with that was or if that even was a Taser 7, although it looked like a Taser 7. All I'm saying is I'm not sure how lore accurate or authentic this is. All I know is it looks cool. And you can change the laser color too. It's configurable. You can make it red. I personally went with green because I thought it looked really slick. So it is a small mod, but if you use the Taser or even if you barely ever use it, you're going to notice a difference. And this mod is easy. There's no dependencies. You just grab it. Now let's move on to something a little bit more exciting. If you're wanting to use blitzkrieg tactics on the suspects in this game, well, you really can't go wrong with getting yourself a Car 98. Now, it is a little buggy here in this previewer, but what are you going to do? It's a Car 98 and it does look badass when you just preview it on your character's hip. Now, in the actual game, this thing works just fine and it's awesome. It's really freaking interesting actually taking a Car 98 into one of these situations. And I'm actually surprised at how capable it was because yes, you can't get as many rounds off, but boy, it's going to stop the threat. So maybe it's not modern SWAT team tactics to take a World War II bolt action rifle into an op, but you know what? Screw it. It's a video game and it's really fun. Maybe instead of all these pistol challenges I see, we should start doing Car 98 challenges. It would be really fun. It does also come with the scope and it looks absolutely sick. Even if you're not into like mods that break the game or are unimmersive, just pretend Judge's grandpa had a Car 98 or something lying around and Judge refurbished it and you know, maybe it's just a collector's thing and he had it on his day off and then brought it in on his mission during Elephant. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm helping you have some lore accurate ways to use this thing because it is a blast to use. Speaking of things that are not lore accurate, let's go ahead and just break the game. You'll see what I mean. So now this is for when you really need to bring order to the chaos. I can't think of something that might do it the way a DSHK could. So a DSHK machine gun. That's right. Here, just look at this monstrosity. For some reason, it doesn't slow us down, and Judge's arms must be the sizes of Popeyes to just lug this thing around and use it with the finesse he does. But you know what? Who cares? Judge doesn't need a bipod. So you can go around and basically just take everything out like you're the freaking Terminator, and it's awesome. Now, it does turn the game into a war zone, and there is the drawback of all of your officers potentially needing therapy, but what are you going to do? It's a blast. Again, no pun intended. Man, how many times am I going to do that? I do that with Blast and Nuts. If you watch my other videos, you know I say nuts all the freaking time. It's nuts. So anyways, get the DSHK mod. It's freaking awesome. And if you like the idea of carrying a DSHK into your next stop, please also like this video. Man, I'm terrible tonight, but you know, it would help me out a lot. Now, if you think that's overkill, don't worry. We can rock a PKM instead. But I actually found this to be more overkill for some reason. I think it's because of the absurd ammo capacity. But something I thought was interesting when I was running around with the PKM is I was like, you know what? I don't have to go in there. My guys don't have to get blown up from IEDs. Let's just lay waste to the whole building, you know, like the military would, not like a SWAT team would, but you know, it's for fun. And maybe with the DSHK and the PKM, you can level the playing field a little bit in maps like Neon Tomb. And I mean, it's just so satisfying to shoot this thing and it feels so ridiculous. But sadly, that does bring me to this last mod, but also this is a pretty cool one. So let's complement these impractical weapons with an impractical sidearm, the Desert Eagle. Now you can pretend you're Duke Nukem while you're on scene. Just make sure to grab the optional file with realistic recoil because come on, that's way more fun. And I had so much fun telling my teammates, hey, y'all hang out, I got this, and going and soloing Thank You Come Again. And man, that recoil really gets your blood pumping. And I gotta say, after just shooting a 50 caliber weapon at a gun range and then coming home and messing around with these mods, I think they nailed it. But maybe that's just my terrible recoil control. Now, all of these weapon mods, they are super fun to use, and I'm so sure that you are excited to use them. But there is something very annoying about these mods. They have a bunch of dependencies. Don't worry, I got your back. If you're lazy and don't like to read, I've got you. Links to all dependencies for all of these mods are in the description, as well as links to all of the mods. There is also a drawback to using these mods, and this kind of broke my heart a little bit, because if you've watched my top 10 mods list, you'll know my absolute favorite mod is Recorded or Not. Now, for some reason, installing all of these weapon mods and their dependencies made it unusable by making performance just terrible. I mean, it started off just kind of bad, and I was like, what's going on? I restarted my computer a couple of times, but as I added more and more more of these weapon mods, I got down to like 10 FPS and the game was just unplayable. So after that, I scrapped all the footage and reshot the whole thing without that mod, which sucks because I think it makes the game look so much better. I have no idea what does that. Taking the mods out of my folder fixed it for me, so it is that. So I have no idea what the correlation is, but another thing, if you use all of my mods on my 10 mods list, or you just heard about it and maybe you're thinking about checking it out, I will say that all of these weapon mods did work with that list. I just had to turn off recorded or not once I got inside the game, but everything worked. And lastly, I've made a video about the 4U gas station. Original, right? But here's the difference. I took pretty much a real world example of Thank You Come Again, you know, the 4U gas station scenario. Well, sort of, as close as I could find from the Dallas Police Department. So I took a similar SWAT raid and I kind of made like a little crime doc level review of the 4U gas station. So if you like Ready or Not, I really think you're going to enjoy this video. I had no idea how to market it. My thumbnail was all wrong, so it absolutely tanked. Maybe you guys can give it a second win. Go check it out. Other than that, like this video if it helped you, if you got value out of it. Please make sure to subscribe for more mod videos, level reviews, and all sorts of other crazy nonsense. Yada, yada, yada. Have a great rest of your day, week, night, year, whatever. Just stay safe out there. Peace. And all right, whoever this band is, play us out.